All right. For this example, it says Sam and his mother made an agreement for an upcoming weekend concert, internet usage, and watching television. Not concert, concerning internet usage and watching television. The function of the graph below represents the agreement. So it must be a combination. He can only watch so much television and so much internet. All right. So then, which of the following examples are true? Okay. So let's try to figure out what the graph of this thing is. So we know that X represents the hours of internet. Okay. We know that Y represents the hours of TV. And let's write an equation. So Y equals mx plus b, where b is the y-intercept and m is the slope, the rate of change. So my y-intercept occurs right here at about 10, it looks like. And then I got to figure out what the slope is. Now my slope is going downhill. So because it's going downhill, I know that it's a negative number. Well, if I go down 1 over 1, I'm on the line. If I go down 1 over 1, I'm on the line. If I go down 1 over 1, so that means that my slope, which is my rise over run, my slope then is -1 because I'm going down 1 over 1. That reduces to -1x. So which of the following agreements, which of the following statements are true? All right. So it says Sam will spend more time watching television than on the internet if he follows the agreement. No, because right here he's going to spend more time on the internet than watching TV. Because he's going to be on the internet 0 hours, but watching TV for 5 hours. So then it says Sam is watching television for 10 hours and spending no time on the internet. 10 hours, no time on the internet. No, well, that's not part of it's part of the agreement, but it's not the whole agreement. But then now the next one says Sam spending 5 hours on the internet and no time watching television. So B and C are pretty close. We'll have to make a distinction between those. And then D, it says Sam will spend more time on the internet than watching television. Well, A and D are not necessarily true throughout the entire agreement. So now we got to narrow it down between B and C. So Sam watching television for 10 hours and spending no time on the internet. Well, this is the tough one because if I look at this, if I look at that graph very carefully, it is somewhat true that this looks to cross right here, which would be the point 0, comma 10, where remember X represents the internet, right? And 10 represents, or Y represents the television. So it says when he's watching 10 hours of TV that he has no time on the internet. That's technically true. But the answer, the solution, and by the way, C is also true because when he spends 5 hours on the internet, he's spending 0 time on the television. But the Edmentum says that it's only C. So if you go to do this problem, I would argue that B could be a solution and C could be a solution, but Edmentum says that it's only C. But so when you go to do this in Edmentum, choose C. But B could be true as well.